The Apollo 11 mission, which marked the first manned landing on the Moon, stands as one of the most significant milestones in the history of human exploration. This mission not only demonstrated the extraordinary technological capabilities of the United States at the height of the space race, but also fulfilled a bold vision laid out by President John F. Kennedy. Here is an in-depth exploration of the Apollo 11 mission, its context, key players, technical details, and its lasting impact on space exploration and humanity. Context and background. In the early 1960s, the United States and the Soviet Union were locked in a Cold War, a geopolitical struggle for supremacy. The space race, a crucial aspect of this larger conflict, began with the Soviet Union's launch of Sputnik 1 in 1957, the first artificial satellite. This event shocked the world and signaled that the Soviets had achieved a significant technological advantage. President John F. Kennedy responded to this challenge by setting a bold goal for the United States. In a speech to Congress on May 25, 1961, he declared, "I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal, before this decade is out, of landing a man on the Moon and returning him safely to the Earth." This ambitious objective galvanized the American scientific and engineering communities and led to the Apollo program. Development of the Apollo program. The Apollo program, managed by NASA, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, was an enormous and complex endeavor involving tens of thousands of engineers, scientists, and technicians. The program included a series of missions designed to test various components and techniques necessary for a lunar landing. The program's key technological components included the Saturn V launch vehicle, the Command and Service Module, CSM, and the Lunar Module, LM. The Saturn V, designed by Wernher von Braun and his team, was the most powerful rocket ever built, capable of delivering the necessary payload to the Moon. The CSM, built by North American Aviation, served as the crew's living quarters and control center for most of the mission. The LM, constructed by Grumman Aircraft Engineering, was specifically designed to land on the lunar surface and then return to the CSM in lunar orbit. Key figures. Several key individuals were instrumental in the success of Apollo 11. Neil Armstrong, mission commander and first human to set foot on the Moon. Armstrong was a former Navy pilot and test pilot with NASA, known for his calm demeanor and technical expertise. Buzz Aldrin, lunar module pilot and second human to walk on the Moon. Aldrin, a West Point graduate and Ph.D. in astronautics, was known for his work on orbital rendezvous techniques. Michael Collins, command module pilot, who orbited the Moon while Armstrong and Aldrin were on the surface. Collins, also a former test pilot, was responsible for the critical role of piloting the CSM alone during the lunar landing phase. The mission, launch, and journey to the Moon. Apollo 11 launched from Kennedy Space Center on July 16, 1969, at 9:32 a.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time atop a Saturn V rocket. The launch was flawless, and the spacecraft entered Earth orbit 12 minutes later. After 1.5 orbits, the third stage of the Saturn V fired again to send Apollo 11 on its translunar trajectory. The journey to the Moon took about 3 days. During this time, the crew conducted system checks, communicated with mission control, and prepared for the lunar landing. The spacecraft entered lunar orbit on July 19, 1969. The lunar landing. On July 20, 1969, Armstrong and Aldrin transferred to the lunar module, named Eagle, and began their descent to the lunar surface. Michael Collins remained in the command module, Columbia, orbiting the Moon. The descent was fraught with challenges, including navigational and computer issues that required Armstrong to take manual control. At 4:18 p.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time, Armstrong announced, "Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed." The landing site was the Sea of Tranquility, a flat lunar mare chosen for its smooth terrain. After several hours of preparation and rest, Armstrong emerged from the lunar module and descended the ladder. At 10:56 p.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time, he set foot on the lunar surface, uttering the historic words, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." Buzz Aldrin joined him shortly after, and together they spent about 2.5 hours outside the lunar module. They conducted experiments, collected lunar samples, and deployed scientific instruments, including a seismometer and a retroreflector. Returned to Earth. After their activities on the lunar surface, Armstrong and Aldrin returned to the lunar module and rested before their ascent back to the command module. The ascent stage of the lunar module successfully launched from the Moon and docked with the command module, where Collins awaited. The crew then jettisoned the lunar module and began their journey back to Earth. Apollo 11 re-entered Earth's atmosphere and splashed down in the Pacific Ocean on July 24, 1969. The crew was recovered by the USS Hornet and underwent a quarantine period to ensure that they had not brought back any harmful lunar pathogens. Impact and legacy. The Apollo 11 mission had a profound impact on the world. It demonstrated the feasibility of human space exploration and showcased the United States' technological prowess. The mission inspired generations of scientists, engineers, and ordinary people, fostering a sense of global unity and possibility. Scientific contributions. The scientific experiments conducted on the lunar surface provided valuable data about the Moon's composition, structure, and environment. The lunar samples brought back by the Apollo 11 astronauts have been studied extensively, leading to important discoveries about the Moon's history and formation. Technological advancements. The technological advancements achieved through the Apollo program had far-reaching effects. The development of new materials, computer technologies, and engineering techniques, driven by the demands of space exploration, spurred innovation in various fields, including electronics, telecommunications, and manufacturing. Cultural significance. Apollo 11 became a symbol of human achievement and perseverance. The iconic images and recordings from the mission continue to resonate, representing a moment when humanity transcended its earthly bounds to explore a new frontier. The mission also highlighted the importance of international cooperation, as scientists and engineers from around the world contributed to the success of Apollo 11. Continuing exploration. The legacy of Apollo 11 endures in the ongoing efforts of space exploration. NASA's Artemis program aims to return humans to the Moon and establish a sustainable presence, building on the knowledge and experience gained from the Apollo missions. Private companies like SpaceX are also playing a significant role in advancing space travel, with ambitious plans for lunar missions and beyond. Conclusion. Apollo 11 was not just a triumph of American ingenuity and determination. It was a milestone for all humanity. The mission demonstrated that with vision, collaboration, and perseverance, humans could achieve seemingly impossible goals. As we continue to explore the cosmos, the spirit of Apollo 11 serves as a guiding beacon, reminding us of our potential to reach new heights and expand the boundaries of human knowledge and experience. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel.